All right, so have you ever looked around your place and thought, this needs a total refresh?
Oh, yeah, totally.
But then you remember you don't exactly have, like, a ton of cash to throw at a massive renovation.
You're telling me.
Well, today we're diving into a book that is all about simple, budget-friendly ways to transform your space. It's called Transform Your Space: Easy DIY Projects and Organization Hacks. And trust me, it's got something for everyone. Doesn't matter if you're a DIY pro or, you can barely hang a picture frame.
Exactly. What I really appreciate about this book is it shows you that you don't need to do a complete overhaul to see a big difference.
Right. Like just shifting your furniture around or adding a few cool decor pieces can make a huge impact.
Totally.
So let's talk decor. Specifically, how to update your look without emptying your wallet. This book has some super creative DIY decor ideas that won't break the bank.
Oh, for sure. One that really jumped out at me was this idea of using painter's tape to make geometric patterns on your walls.
Wait, what? How does that work?
So you basically use the tape to section off different parts of your wall and then paint within those sections.
Oh, I see.
And it creates this awesome modern look that would normally cost you a fortune if you hired a professional.
That is so smart.
Yeah.
I can already picture it in my living room. I'm also loving this section on repurposing old furniture. They actually give you step-by-step instructions to turn an old dresser into a bathroom vanity.
Oh, that's a good one. Talk about a budget-friendly makeover, right?
Absolutely.
And they even have tips on using peel and stick wallpaper to revamp old furniture.
Oh, yeah.
The best part is it's removable, so you can switch up patterns and colors without having to commit permanently.
Brilliant. Okay, we could go on and on about decor, but let's move on to another area that always needs a little TLC:
Yeah.
organization.
Hmm.
Tell me, I'm not the only one whose kitchen drawers sometimes feel like a black hole of, like, utensils and random gadgets.
No, I'm totally with you on that one.
Please tell me this book has some solutions.
It does. It does. It's got some seriously game-changing organization hacks for every single room.
Okay, lay it on me.
So for the kitchen, they talk about this thing called vertical stacking.
Vertical stacking.
Yeah, you basically file your containers and lids upright in a deep drawer.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's like magic. You can actually see everything, and you don't have to dig through piles anymore. Plus, it saves so much space.
Why didn't I think of that? I mean, how much time have I wasted searching for the matching lid? I'm doing that tonight.
You'll thank me later.
Speaking of kitchens, they also had this great tip about using tension rods inside your cabinets. You can create extra shelves for things like baking sheets or cutting boards.
Such a simple hack, but it makes such a difference.
Totally agree. And, while we're on the subject of organization, it reminds me that staying organized can actually prevent some of those little household repairs. Like if your tools are nicely organized in a toolbox, you're less likely to trip over them and end up with a hole in your wall.
Oh, 100%.
A tidy space is definitely a safer space,
For sure.
which leads us to those quick fixes and repairs. I think a lot of people, myself included, feel intimidated by DIY repairs. But this book really breaks things down in such a clear, easy-to-follow way.
Absolutely. And they have a whole section just on the basic tools you'll need for those common household repairs. They make it so easy.
I love that.
And you know what I appreciate? They really emphasize that you should know your limits.
Yes.
Like, they're very upfront about when it's okay to tackle a DIY project and when you should call in a professional. Safety first, always.
Couldn't agree more. Safety first. But for those smaller fixes that we can handle, this book has got you covered. Like, did you know that you can fix a squeaky door hinge with just a little WD-40?
Oh, yeah, that's an easy one.
Mind blown. I had no idea.
Yeah.
They also explain how to patch small holes in drywall. It's way easier than I thought it would be.
Oh, totally. And hey, since we're talking DIY, we can't forget about our home workspaces.
Oh, that's such a good point.
I mean, so many of us are working from home these days. It's super important to have a workspace that is functional and, well, inspiring.
Couldn't agree more. And you know what? You don't need a fancy, expensive office to create a productive workspace. This book has a ton of awesome DIY projects that you can use to really optimize your home office or, wherever you work from home.
Right. And they give some really helpful advice on ergonomics.
Oh, that's important.
Like simple DIY solutions for adjusting your chair height and your desk setup to help you have better posture and prevent like back pain and stuff.
Back pain is the worst.
The worst. And they also talk a lot about proper lighting.
Yes. Good lighting is so important.
They suggest things like DIY desk lamps.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, like making a lamp out of repurposed materials.
I love that they're all about the DIY approach, even when it comes to something like setting up your workspace.
Totally.
Let's be real, it just feels so much better to work in a space that you've truly personalized.
100%. And they have some fun ideas for adding those personal touches.
Okay, like what?
Like making a mood board, or setting up a chalkboard wall for brainstorming, or jotting down notes.
I love those ideas.
It's about making a space that truly reflects your style and gets you motivated to work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the big takeaway here is you really don't need a ton of money or a ton of time to totally transform your space. This book, Transform Your Space, it's got it all. Budget-friendly decor, life-changing organization hacks, and even those empowering DIY repairs that make you feel like a total rock star.
And remember, you don't have to do everything at once.
That's such a good point.
You can start small. Pick one project that jumps out at you, maybe it's finally tackling that messy drawer that's been driving you crazy, or creating that gallery wall you've always wanted.
Love it.
The important thing is to just take that first step and have fun with it.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
Now, for all of you listening, we'd love to hear from you.
Yes.
What DIY projects have you tackled lately? Or maybe you're feeling stuck on something. Hit us up on social media and let us know what you're working on. Until next time, happy DIYing.
Bye.
Bye.